Hi Crystal, hi Yao hi Chocolateholic, hi Global Mindful Journey, hello Coffee Bean, Cheryl Young, Learn and Grow with me, hello. Hello Pagan, hello Queen Zara. Okay, hi Rebuilding Life, hello Vanita. Hi, love tasty morsels, hello. Okay, yeah, so thank you for joining me today. This seminar is for 3 days, right? And yeah, I am excited, but also a bit nervous. Okay, but I think, okay, that's messy. Okay, I know I will calm down as we get started, all right. Okay, Amelia, hello. Okay, so I wanted to say that as if you have questions, okay, just put them in the comments. Okay, I'll get to them at the end after I have done all my said what I wanted to say. Okay, and I'll also answer all your juicy questions towards the end. Some of you have given me your questions, submitted your questions to me, right? So yeah, okay, let me pull up my slides. Okay, hi Jazz Learning, Kids will Connect. Okay, let me get my slides out. I have slides today. Okay, yay. Okay, so yes, this is transforming your child from distracted to focused. Okay, and all of you here. Okay, before I start, hang on. Okay, some important information. Okay. Okay, 2 minutes. I'll take 2 minutes to finish this. Okay, there are 3 IG Lives on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So today is the first session. Okay, a Q&A is at the end of the session, but keep asking questions. Okay, there is a contest. Okay, so you get a chance to win a scholarship into Elephant Tribe, which is a parenting and teaching membership, and I'll talk more about that later on, but not today. 3 steps, okay? Number 1 is to share the seminar on your stories or your feed, okay? And let us know if you're loving the seminar, and if possible, tell me why, okay? And then tag us at Elephant Box so I can see it. I think you have to make your account public or something. Yeah, so that I can see it. Basically, if I say, I got it, okay, or I respond to you, means I've seen it. If you don't get a response from me, means I can't see your contest entry, okay? Yeah. Okay, with that, yes. So I've gotten some of your questions, and I will actually go into quite detail later on. So if some of you have submitted your questions through email, or some of you have done it through after watching a video hello from me. Okay, so some of you have said like, hey, oh, that was so cool, like you got a video message from me. So if you don't have a video message, okay, and you signed up before Saturday, I think, okay, I've recorded like 80 plus messages for all of you. So if you haven't seen the video message, it's probably lying in your spam folder. So please go and see it, okay, please dig it up and at least watch it, all right, because I spent a lot of time recording it for you. Okay, and I will continue to record all these video hellos for those of you who signed up like yesterday. I think yesterday I got many signups as well. So yeah, so and then you can submit your questions through there as well, okay? And I'll get to them tomorrow or Wednesday. Okay, let's begin. So all of you here, okay, are here because you have a problem, right? And it's painful. It's painful to keep nagging at your child to finish that 1 page of worksheet. It's painful to spend an hour at the table or 3 hours at the table every day with your child, like taking such a long time to eat his meal, and then he cannot focus, right, finishing the meal. And it's painful every time you have to get your child, running after your child or chasing your child to wear his clothes, because after his bath, he doesn't want to finish putting on his clothes. And I get that. And maybe you wish there's a magic pill that you can make your child become more focused at his work, so you don't have to keep nagging, don't have to keep scolding him. Okay? I don't have a magic pill for you, but I hope to bring you hope that every child can be trained, every child can be taught how to focus better. Okay, so if this is who I'm talking about, please give me a thumbs up or a heart. So because I'm speaking to you, right? Like this is a pain point that you are feeling every day. I know because my kids are like that too sometimes. Yeah, so but they can be trained, and over the years the attention span will get better and better if we put some of these things in place right from today. Okay? Yay, I see your thumbs up. Yes, my life, Melody, hi, mom to, oh, I'm so sorry, mom to Dell. Yeah. Okay, sorry, the lighting's a bit bad, so I can't really quite see. Okay, so today I want to give you a framework for thinking about your particular situation, okay? And this will give you full HD, 100,080 clarity on what you need to do or what your first steps will be, okay? So at the end of 3 days, I want you to walk away with an action plan. And if you've downloaded my workbook, okay, you will see, or look through the questions, you'll see that some of it is, the start is a bit like fill in the blanks, okay? But I also give you some reflection or action steps that you can take to apply to your own situation or your problem. So a lot of you, I know you're very shy, okay, and you haven't, and you don't want to ask me questions yet, right? So it's okay. You can use this framework and think about your situation, and hopefully that will give you some things to work with and try out, okay? And try first, and if it doesn't work, then you can think of some other things to do. Yeah. Okay, so this is the framework that I'm talking about. It's called the Montessori framework. Some of you are familiar, some of you are not. Okay, basically it's a very simple framework or concept. It's just a relationship, a triangular relationship between the child, the parent, and the prepared environment. Okay, and there are always 3 interactions going on. Okay, so you can ask yourself, actually 6. Because it's a it's a bilateral relationship between the 3 factors, right? So you can ask yourself, like, number 1, how is my child interacting with the environment? How is the environment affecting my child? Okay, that's number 2, 1 and 2 already. Then number 3 is, how is the parent or yourself preparing the environment? Or how is the environment influencing me as the parent, okay? And then question 5 and 6 is, how is the child interacting with the parent, or how is the parent interacting with the child? So based on these 6 questions that you ask yourself, you can kind of diagnose the problem or the issue and see where might the problem lie, okay? So today I'm going to talk more about the child. Okay, and before I talk more about the child, I want to ask you a very basic question, okay? The question is, what do you believe about your child? What do you believe about your child? Because this is a very important question, right? Because whatever we believe about the child, whatever we assume, okay, we will interpret his actions as a certain way, and then we will react in a certain way. Let me give you an example, okay? If we believe that children are weak, babies are weak, okay, and they all need to be protected, right? Then we will try to bubble wrap them, okay? We'll try not to let them fall. We will behave like how our parents behave, right, to their grandchildren. We will always be very careful. Don't let them fall. Hold them every step of the way. Don't let them do dangerous things. Yeah, things like that. That's how we will react or act when our kid falls down. Right? We will rush to him and say, oh, are you okay, baby? I'm so sorry, I'm not there. I didn't protect you. I didn't catch you when you fall. Right? Things like that. So that's what happens when you think your child is weak. Okay? If you think a child is born naughty, right? Or he is bad, and then you will think that every action that he does is something to trigger you. And so you will react in a certain way to stop him, okay, or to control him, or to make him behave in a better way. So you see, that's why I want to ask you, like, what do you really believe about your child? And this one, I wanted to talk a bit about the Tiger Mom, because yesterday I put up a post and I didn't think that there would be so many responses to that. So I want to talk a bit more about the Tiger Mom, okay? And I will try to bring you through what a Tiger Mom believes about her child and how this creates a vicious cycle. Let me just bring you through that first. Okay, so what does a Tiger Mom believe about her child? A Tiger Mom believes that the child is weak, okay, and he's unable to make wise decisions on his own. And the child always will want to play, don't want to work, right? And so whatever the child tries to do, right? She will think that he's a lazy child, or he's a foolish child. He doesn't know what to the better choice to do. And so, okay, taken to the extreme, the tiger mom will also is ambitious, right? She wants a child to do well. She wants a child to excel above the rest, or above the rest of the kids. So she would try to maybe put in a lot of classes, or try to structure the child's time very, very strictly. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking it to the extreme. Yeah. And so what happens, right, is the child will then, what do you think the child will do if his day is so structured, if he can't play, if everything he says, I want to do this, mom, and mom says, no, cannot, you have piano lesson. I want to go to the playground. No, cannot. You haven't practiced for your piano. You know, so every time the child says something, he is rebuffed. Every time the child wants to do something, the mom says, no, it's a bad choice. And what do you think the child might react? I think what would happen is that if mom says no, I'm still going to do it anyway, right? Because then I will just take any chance I get to play, to be distracted. As long as mom doesn't sit next to me, then I will start playing with my toys. I'll start playing with my pants. Wee, wee, wee. Exactly what my son does. So he can play with anything like stationery or toys or Lego. He'll just play and be in his own world, right? So that's what happens. And then what does the tiger mom interpret this as? The tiger mom interprets this as, oh, my child is very distracted. You know, and then he has trouble focusing, so I better sign up for more right brain training classes or something like that, or put him into yet another class and squeeze his time even more. So that's how the tiger mom thinks, and that's how the child of a tiger mom reacts. And the fear of the tiger mom is that if I let go, if I let go of control of my child, then he's just going to get worse. Then he's just going to play and he won't do his work. However, the thing is that the starting point is already wrong. The starting point is that the tiger mom thinks the child is weak, the child cannot make good decisions, and that's where the starting point is already wrong. That's why everything spirals down into a vicious cycle, right? And so in Montessori, okay, we have a very different, I say we, but actually it's, I'm reformed, right? So I used to be a tiger mom, and now I've changed my viewpoint because it's just it's not right, because a tiger mom can only produce two kinds of outcomes, I feel, like two extreme kinds of outcomes. One is that you raise a child who is so passive, okay, so passive that he just listens to you outwardly, okay? And I have seen like cases of adults who are like that they are 30 plus years old, but they are so passive and they don't have their own opinion, or they just keep to themselves, they keep their own opinions to themselves, and they don't let their parents know what they are really thinking or what they're really doing outside. And when the mom starts nagging again, he just gives in to her and he just shuts down. And he doesn't engage anymore, because there's no point in engaging. He'll just get a straight no or a straight flat out answer. So there's no point. So that's the passive child. And sometimes these children are very reliant on their parents, even at the age of 30. Some may not work. Some will just play games all day. Some cannot make decisions on their own independently without their parents. So that's one outcome. And then the second outcome is that the kids rebel. They don't wait until adulthood to rebel. They will rebel at whichever point they realize that they are stronger and their mom cannot control them anymore. And usually this will happen maybe upper primary, or definitely at the teenage level. So that's when they realize, hey, actually I can do anything I want. Mom cannot control me anymore. I'm stronger, I'm bigger, I have more freedom. I can just walk out of the house and mom cannot find me. So that's the danger, and both are outcomes that we don't want, right? We want to have a good relationship with our kids when they are in teenage, especially in teenagehood and adulthood. And we definitely want to raise kids who are independent, who can make their own decisions, who are not tied to our apron strings at 30 years old and refuse to move out of the house, right? So bearing in mind these bigger parenting outcomes, I realized that tiger momming is not the way to go. And as much as possible, I don't want to fall back into my old patterns. Okay? Yeah, so in Montessori, we believe that a child can be every child, okay? Every child can be independent. Every child is confident. Every child loves to learn. Every child can be curious, peace-loving, and compassionate. And please don't be alarmed, okay? I have this phrase called normalizing the child. It doesn't mean that your child is not normal, okay? We just call it pre-normalization versus normalization. If you look at your workbook, I actually have a whole list of behaviors, okay, that may or may not describe your child. So you can look at the two columns, and maybe your child is have both. Definitely your child will have both behaviors, exhibit both behaviors and attributes. So you can just circle off and see which one is your child, which does your child tend towards. Is it pre-normalization or normalization? So a normalized child is independent, confident, loves to learn, curious, peace-loving, and compassionate. A pre-normalized child will be unfocused, maybe passive, unmotivated, bored, rude sometimes, timid, anxious, unsure, withdraws from difficulties or criticism, disruptive, and disorderly. Okay, so you can do a maybe quick evaluation of your child and see which category he falls more into. And it doesn't mean that if he falls in the pre-normalization, he won't improve. Of course he will improve. That's what we are here for, right? I mean, what's the point? If our child cannot improve, then there's no point in doing this seminar, right? Yeah, so our kids can improve, and we must have the hope that it's not going to be immediate. Some changes will take faster to see, some may take longer, but if we put these things in place, they will improve, okay? A note here about special needs children. If you think that your child has a specific has a special need, okay, and it's pre-diagnosed yet, like maybe before 4 years old, I think that a lot of these things that we do can still help your child and help him progress or help him improve from where he is. I've seen it before in my girls' preschool. The principal took in a special needs kid, okay, and so they went in at the same year at about 3 years, 2 plus 3 years old, okay, same batch. And when I first saw him, he couldn't talk. He was rolling on the floor every day, okay, and he was just he couldn't talk, he couldn't behave, or he couldn't gel with the group. He wasn't social at all, right? But in 4 years, he has improved so much that he was really on par with the rest of his batchmates, and he was even better than the other normal kids at certain things. For example, his drawings were amazing. Very detailed, okay. His memory was fantastic. He has photographic memory, all right, things like that. And he's doing very well in a primary school now. So my point is that if you think your child has a specific special need, okay, he can still improve using what I will share with you specifically tomorrow and Wednesday. Okay, and we have to again change our mindset. Sometimes we really have to stop thinking like how our education system has taught us, that we think along a curve, right? The bell curve, that we compare ourselves to others and think that we must be at a certain stage ahead of the others to be considered as doing well. Like I always tell my kids, right, that I'm trying to change that for myself as well, and I try very hard not to compare them with other kids. Like my first instinct when my girl comes back with a grade, right? Well, she's primary 3, and then she'll come back with like, oh, I scored for Chinese or for science. Then my first instinct was like, oh, what? How did anybody get full marks, right? That's always our first instinct, because we are comparing with the other kids in the class. But I try not to do that. I pull back and I shut myself up and I don't say anything, and I just say, very good. Is that what you're happy with? How did you improve from the last time? So this is a mindset change, I think, that would be very, very helpful for our kids, that as we help them to not compare themselves with their peers, but just compare whether they're doing better and better every day, whether they're making improvements every day. So their gauge, their competition is just with themselves, and it's not with peers. With their peers, right? So back to a special needs child, it doesn't matter how far he progresses or whether he's on par with the rest of the kids. That's not the main issue. The main issue is he improving? Is he getting happier? Is he learning new skills? Is he becoming more social? Is he able to express himself better? Yeah, that's the benchmark that we want to have for ourselves as parents, and to gauge our efforts, and to encourage yourselves that you are doing a good job, and that you are bringing up your child well, and that you are doing the best for your child, and that's good enough. That's really a good thing. Okay, so yes, so back to this normalizing the child. I think I've pretty much covered all of that. Yeah, so more examples on your workbook, so go look at your workbook, okay? And if you don't have your workbook, again, look at the spam folder. If not, sign up in our bio, and then you can download the workbook from there. Okay, so your child isn't a problem, okay? But the problem, so I was talking about the pre-normalized behaviors, right? So if your child is exhibiting all these pre-normalized behaviors, like being unfocused or unmotivated, blah, 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 your child isn't a problem, but these behaviors are. So as much as possible, we want to change those behaviors, okay? Try to separate them from your child. Your child is not naughty. Your child is not unmotivated, I guess, but how should I put it? Yeah, your child is your child, okay? And the behaviors that your child is exhibiting there is a reason. There is a reason for that, okay? So our main point is to find that reason and to make changes to make the situation better for your child, okay? Now, research says that there are two main traits that predict how well people do in life. Because I'm reading this book, right, by Paul Tough. Okay, it's called How Children Succeed. So you want to know what those two main traits are? Those two main traits are grit and conscientiousness. Okay, so conscientiousness, no problem. I think we Asian parents are quite good at that, right? Okay, no, sorry, that's a racist thing to say. Yeah. Okay, but you get what I mean. Conscientiousness. It's embedded in our Singapore, values or culture, right? We're all about working hard. We're all about putting in that hard work so that we can get a good result. So that's a good thing for us. We've got that thing good. We've got that good thing going. Conscientiousness is about the ability to work hard. It's about just being a good worker, a hard working person who puts in the work, okay? And then second thing is about grit. Grit is about perseverance. Grit is about overcoming challenges in order to get a better result for yourself, okay? And the research says that when people score high on these two, grit and conscientiousness, they are healthier because they exercise. They are happier, they are more accomplished, they earn better incomes, okay? They are in longer lasting marriages, and they have better relationships with their families and friends. So all in all, these are the long-term outcomes we want to see for our kids, and the good news is it all starts now, in early childhood. That's the key to laying a good foundation for our children. And it all starts now. It all starts today in early childhood. So I think that's a great position to be in, because all of us have kids of preschool ages, and if we do things right, if we build the foundations right today, I think we have a lot less course correcting to do during teenage years. And don't get me wrong, okay, it's not that we do everything right today that our kids will definitely turn out successful. That's not true, and that's not how it works, right? I think you all know. But at least we would have given them the right values, the right foundation, and then whatever mistakes they make on their own, we just need to have that faith and to support them to overcome those mistakes that they make later on. And those will add to their character, and those will add to their life experiences, and it's going to be a good outcome for most of our children, I believe. Okay? All right, so how do these two values and traits develop in these children, grit and conscientiousness? Two things, the research says again, and that is the importance of a mentor in your child's life, as well as what kind of environment is your child in. the mentor, and the environment. And guess what? These two things are what we will cover tomorrow. The parent as the mentor and the child's environment. So come back tomorrow, okay, at 10 p.m., okay? Okay, so some practical steps. I'm ending soon. Okay, I'm in good time today. Okay, what can we do to change the child? As I said, nothing very much actually. We can't quite, we don't want to change the child. The child comes to us as a beautiful person, as wholesome, and we want to respect the child as he or she is. Okay, but there are certain things that we can do for the child. The first thing you want to do is to observe your child, okay, and to find out when are his best moments in the day for learning or doing work. This is where we will work with stretching their focus or their ability to focus their mental energy and to shut out distraction. Okay, I realized I didn't really give you the definition of focus, so I'm going to give it to you now. Focus is about channeling all your mental energies to complete a task, and you have to block out all distractions, right? And it goes hand in hand with motivation. So some of you know me, I have given talks, or rather I have given similar IG live seminars on motivation. That's like my key pet topic, okay? But motivation is the heart to do something, whereas focus is about the mind, and they go hand in hand. In fact, motivation should come first before focus. So I think there were some questions that came in, and I realized, and I asked back the parent, okay, do you think this is a motivation question or do you think this is a focus question? And once you get the motivation right, the focus normally will come in. Okay, so in any case, you should try to look at how to increase your child's motivation, how to make your child like doing some things. I'll give you some examples later with real live questions and issues that you guys have submitted, okay, your questions. Okay. So the slide that I'm showing you, the picture I'm showing you is about my baby, and yes, she is 2 years, 2 months old, and definitely she can focus for certain periods of the day, okay, and I think most of your babies and most of your kids can too. So 4 things you have to remember, and I've shared this before and most of you loved it, so I'm going to share it again, okay. 4 things to look out for when you want to look for a child or encourage a child to focus. Make sure that the child is not hot, he is not hungry, he is not anxious, he is not lonely, and he's not tired. Once he hits all 4, right, all motivation, all focus goes out of the window, because your 4 basic human needs are not met. So we don't talk about learning, we don't talk about focusing, we don't talk about doing hard stuff or doing the academic or learning stuff, okay. So as long as your baby, so when you want to find a time to do your learning activities, or you want to find a time for your child to do some worksheets or whatever it is, okay, depending on the age appropriateness or age group of your child, always find a time where he is just fed, okay, just bathed, he's clean, well rested, and he's most curious, most bright-eyed, most happy. He's able to play on his own for a little while, and we want to catch that. I call it the golden hour, but actually it's really just golden period. It can be just as short as 2 minutes for a very young child, okay, but it's okay as long as we know it's that timing. Then we can work with that timing to extend it longer and longer. If it's 2 minutes, we'll work at increasing it to 5 minutes. If your child can only concentrate for 10 minutes, let's go for 15 minutes. You know, so that's the golden period that you have to look out for. And it's usually after breakfast or after a good or after a nap or something like that. Okay? Yeah, so look out for the signs. He's happy, he's content, he can function alone with you. Sometimes he can function alone, sometimes with you inside, sometimes without, okay. If you're not inside, then he'll get lonely very, very fast, okay. So be aware of that. So if you find that your baby is okay when he can see you and you're moving around the house, right, then that's good. And he can still do his task, that's good. That's part of concentration also, all right. So that's a good sign. Okay. So we want to adjust our expectations a lot. So okay, I'm going to show you something that I borrowed from a good friend. Can y'all see this, or is it too big? I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, this is our little play nest. I've asked permission from her to share this, okay? So you can go check out this post. It's a while back though, but you can just scroll and find this, okay? So from 1 to 2 years old, I think the time that your baby can focus is actually only 2 to 10 minutes. I think these are averages. So in my experience, if your child, if you're a Montessori mom and you try to practice Montessori right with your baby, actually babies can concentrate for quite long periods of time. But this is an average, so we work with average, okay? So 1 to 2 years old is about only 2 to 10 minutes, okay? From 2 to 3 years old, your child can maybe only go 4 minutes, and then 6 or 8 and 10. All right, so I hope this gives you some hope and some comfort that your child is actually not that off. Your child is fine. Your child can concentrate, but our goal is to always stretch his concentration longer and longer. Okay? Right, let me get to your juicy questions now. Okay. My child is 2. Okay, this is from Nashira. Okay, my child is 2 and her concentration span is short. As expected, I'd like to know more how to communicate appropriately when she doesn't cooperate. I think it's about bath times. Yes. And she seems disinterested in the task at hand. Okay, so again, based on the OLP and our little play nests little graphic, right? 2 years old, she can only do 2 to 10 minutes. So if you have, if you don't know, right, I think I would suggest you get a counter or a timer, and then you time how long she actually goes, and then we can work from there, okay? So I have some notes here, if I can remember what I was typing. Okay, motivation and focus are deeply linked, right? So I would like Nashira, okay, some things you can do is to increase motivation through humor and fun. For example, the thing about eating, the thing about bathing, is this the bathing one? Or is it the eating one? Sorry, I can't really see, because all your comments are... Okay, hang on, Okay, I know. I have my slides here, sorry. Okay. Getting dressed or cleaning up. Yes, okay, this is the bathing one, correct. Yeah, so for me, I would, my kid also loves to run across the room, okay, stuck naked, okay, after a bath, my baby. So I will not chase after her because it's a game. To her, to your baby, it's a game, right? She's not trying to trigger you. She's not trying to make you angry. It's just, to her, it's very funny. People laugh at her, right? She gets attention when she runs across the room naked. So I will just pretend not to see her. She's running from me, right? I will pretend not to see her, and I will go I'll close my eyes. I'm like, oh baby, where are you? Where are you? I can't see you. And the moment I say this, then she will run towards me because she wants me to see her naked. She wants a reaction out of me. So in the same way, your baby probably wants your reaction. She wants you to chase her. She wants you to scold her because your attention is motivating for her. So if you turn it into a game of hide and seek, and you pretend not to see her, and then you make her come and look for you, right? And then you can catch her, you can tickle her, you can make it fun for her to be caught by you, and then you can dress her. So once you start the task, let's say dressing, okay, then you model finishing the task before moving on to the next activity. So of course, mummies will do that, right? You will finish putting on the shirt, the underwear, the diaper, and the pants, or the skirt, and then you go off and do something else. So every time you do that, you're modeling to her, okay, we have step 1. Tell it to her, model it and tell it to her. Step 1, we have to put on the shirt. Step 2, we must put on the diaper. Step 3, must put on your skirt. Always must do 3 steps, okay, baby? Okay, so you're telling her that we do everything from start to finish. Same thing with the cleaning up, because the more consistent we are, then the more your baby will realize, okay, this is a sequence of steps that we have to complete. Once we start, we must complete. Okay, so you get the cloth, ask her to get the cloth, and then you'll wipe it up together. So get her to start cleaning, and then you help her in the middle, just to make it faster, okay? And then leave the last bit for her to finish. So she is starting and finishing all on her own. So yeah, so that's kind of helping her to finish the task before she runs off and does something else. You may at the beginning have to be quite firm with her. Okay, if talking doesn't kick her into action, then you may have to hold her by the hand. Let's go to the bathroom, get the rag, let's come back to the high chair, let's clean up together, and then empty the thing into the dustbin. Oh, well done. You've done all the 4 steps, 3 or 4 steps. Off you go then, bye. Okay, things like that, all right? Okay, I hope that helps to motivate your child to finish the task. Okay, next question. Again, I cannot read. Okay, yes, I have my question here. Okay, this is from Hui Min. I have issues getting my little girl 17 months only. Okay, so 17 months, right? 1 year old, only about 2-3 minutes, yeah? Most of the time, she would run off halfway when I'm reading to her or in the midst of playing toys or doing her activities. She rarely can sit through the whole story. She likes to join me in the kitchen and watch me prepare meals. Sometimes I'll give her some utensils to play with. She will play for a while and throw the toys one side to watch me cook. How can I help you focus? Not sure if it's due to her age. Definitely it's due to her age. So her age is about 1 year old. She can do about 2, 3, 5 minutes. Okay, so that is good. She can play some utensils, right? And then she'll run off after a while. Okay, so the thing I want to tell you, Hui Min, is that we can consider what is the goal of the activity we're giving them. For example, when you're giving her the utensils to play with, what is your goal in doing that? Your goal is just to entertain herself with the utensils, right? So what does your girl do? Bang, 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 bang. Oh, finish playing already. Let's do something else. So there is no goal to it. There is no purpose to this activity. But imagine if you give her a bowl of water. Don't freak out yet. Hear me out. If you give her a bowl of water or a bowl of rice, okay, and give her some cups, a spoon or your ladle or whatever, your utensils, okay, and then you show her, okay, baby, we can do this. We can spoon the rice or the water into the empty bowl, okay, and then finish water, pour it back, and do it again. So there's a purpose to this activity. Try it and see how long your baby can be occupied with it. I mean, anything with water, they can play for very long, right? Just give them some water, some scoops, they will be able to play for quite a while. So if you're, I know what you're thinking, it's messy, rice is messy, my husband hates it when I bring out the rice for my daughter to play with, but maybe if you think of it, if you reframe it, okay, that this mess, it's not just, or rather this activity is not just about occupying her, but it is about teaching her certain things like women in my membership. So you know that this is a practical life activity. Okay, so you are pouring, you're teaching your child how to pour. It's about muscle, your wrist skills, your fine motor skills and dexterity of the hand. Right, so there is a goal of these. There's an end goal for these kinds of activities. And we should try to reframe our mindset about thinking of such activities as messes. See whether you can reorder your day so that, like, let's say you give her rice, or let's say you cook, okay, and then you give her rice to play, there's rice over the floor, right? And then after that, the next step is to vacuum. So you move your vacuuming to later part of the day after the messy activity. Or if you're used to like bathing your child in the morning, okay, right in the morning, then after that, then you do your activities, you do your cooking and etc. And then she gets wet and you get upset, right? Maybe bathe her later in the day after your cooking, then she gets wet with the water activity, and then you bathe her all together at once. So if we move things, see whether we can move things around and restructure our routines so that we are accommodating the mess, we are accommodating the child and what she likes to do, or what would be good for her development, what activities are good for her development at this age. Okay, a bit about the book. Very normal, okay, for babies not to be able to sit through a book, especially one that is really long. So what I would do, my kids will also run away sometimes when I'm reading the book when they're younger. So what I would do is I'll just let them run, but I'll still continue reading because I want to show her that when I start a book, I want to finish the book. Okay, so I will still continue reading, and I'll sometimes ask her, oh, come, I flip the page, right, and say, oh, look at this. What is this? What's this tree? Why is the boy sitting under the tree? Okay, so you can try to draw her back with some of these questions or show her. But the thing is that you model finishing the book from the first page to the last. Of course, again, the book that you choose mustn't be too long, okay, and must be age appropriate for your child. Okay, the other tip I can say is that you're talking about playing toys or doing activities, right? Yeah, one more thing is that you can finish finish the activity before. That means you train your child to, okay, only pull out one toy at a time, finish with that toy, pack it up, put it back into the shelf before you move on to the activity. This is very tiring, I know, but it will pay off. I haven't quite succeeded with my third one yet, okay, but I will be more intentional with her. So, but it works, okay, it works. Give yourself some time, give your child some time, 2 or 3, 2 months maybe, 1 month, 2 months. If you do that with her, she will learn to put things back. Yeah, she'll pull out a toy from the shelf, finish playing with it, put it back. And before going for the next toy, then that makes your house a lot easier to manage, and there's less mess to clear up at the end of the day. Okay? Okay, my last question for tonight, my last question for tonight is from Ai Ping. My 2-year, 2-month-old son, same age as my girl, can't really play independently, and he always wants us or my in-laws to play with him. Either that, he will request us to build a certain thing using Lego instead of him building himself. When we try to move away, he will stop whatever he's doing and follow us or move to other toys. How do we get him to play independently and focus on the things that he's currently playing? Okay, again, 2 years, 2 months is probably about 3 years old, right? 2 to 3 years old. So I made a mistake there. It's probably about 4 minutes to 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 4 minutes. So what do you think is your child's need? I think your child is exhibiting when he cries, okay, when you all walk away, is that he's lonely. And remember, HALT, right? Hungry, anxious, lonely, or tired. Then he cannot play on his own anymore, or he cannot focus. So if he's easily, because kids at this age, right, they do need attachment, they do need that security of wanting you to be near, and yet sometimes they kind of reject you, right? If you're like hugging them too much, and then no, I want to walk on my own, I don't want to hold hands anymore. So it's 2 to 3 years old. It's a bit of that. It's very what do you call that? Very contradictory. Like they want you near, but at the same time they also want their own space. Yeah. So you gotta read your child and see what is his need at that time. And most likely, I think your child is feeling lonely and he wants you or your in-laws' attention. So what I might do is this play, stay, and walk away strategy, which has served me well as a stay-at-home mom, because I have no time, or I don't want to spend the whole day, right, playing, sitting with my child and playing. So what I would do is to train my kids to do this. So I will play with my kids at first, okay, sit down, play with them, okay, and when I see that they're okay, they are pretty happy, they are concentrating already, then I will say, okay, mommy needs to go and put the clothes into the wash, okay, I'll be back. So I will go, I will do like a short task, 5 minutes task, and I'll come back before she starts crying, okay, and then I will play some more, and then when I see that she's okay, I will go do another task and come back. So this is the play, stay, walk away kind of strategy, and you'll find that with this you're training your child to be able to deal with you being out of sight longer and longer. Yeah, so if you keep doing this, all right, your child will eventually get used to it. Oh, mommy's going away, but she'll come back. Yeah, there's no need to cry, there's no need to worry about it. Yeah, even better if you can come back before he starts crying. Then he'll feel like, oh, okay, I'm good, mommy's back again. Yeah, but if you can do this for half an hour, that's pretty much the time, that's the limit already. After that, you can't do that anymore. He'll be tired or lonely or hungry already, right? So yeah, but that's good. That gives you at least half an hour of time to do your stuff. But you can't, of course, this kind of things you can't do like serious work on the computer because you can't do real thinking work and all that, but you can do menial chores around the house because you're always moving around. You can even mop the floor, sweep the floor, vacuum if the noise doesn't get to your baby, pack, because you're always moving, right? And he's seeing you, so he doesn't feel so lonely. He doesn't feel that you have left him. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah, so that's the end for tonight. Okay, so I want you to take action because I don't want this seminar to be just all about head knowledge. Okay, so tonight or tomorrow, okay, your homework is to observe your child and determine when is his or her golden moment. Okay, some of you may be working, then try to find a weekend or the Saturday to do it with your child. Okay, then you can sign up, link in the bio. If you haven't gotten the work, I haven't sent this worksheet to you, I will send it tonight with the replay. Okay, fill it up and then take a photo, tag us at Elephant Box to get bonus entries to the contest. Okay, but whether or not you submit for the contest, try to do this activity because it will help you determine when is your child's golden period, when is your child's golden hour, and then so you want to use that time to stretch his focus either with learning activities or games or I don't know, whatever, sports, yeah, or play activities. All right, so I will get to your questions now. Okay, let me see how to do this. Okay, any questions? Okay, yes, I see some questions. I'll come back to you. So is this good? Like, are you learning stuff, or is this stuff you've already heard before? Okay, Sam HLQ says, Ellie, will this? My brand is Elephant, but my name is Abigail. But it's fine. Okay, my second name is Ellie. Hi Ellie, will this be recorded and uploaded? Yes, it will be on IG Live, but I will also get my editor to edit it and then put in subtitles so that you can watch it even without sound. Okay? And all these, the whole seminar series will be available until Sunday. Alright? So you have time to go watch it over the weekend as well. Okay, let me see. Are there any other questions? Okay, my life melody says, do sons tend to have a shorter attention span? Good question. I'm not very sure. I can't be 100% sure, but anecdotally, I feel that boys do have shorter attention spans than girls. I don't know, maybe it's because of they're easily distracted or they're just very visual people that anything kind of catches their eye and they just they probably can't concentrate as long as girls the same age. Also, I think it's biologically proven that girls actually mature faster than boys. I think you all know that, right? About 2 years. So until the boys reach about 15 and then they start catching up, right? And the girls start slowing down. Yeah, so that's why we have more PSLE scholars who are girls than boys. And then conversely, there are more boys who do better at the O levels, A levels than girls. I don't know, something biological is going on there. But yeah, I think so in that sense, girls probably do have better cognitive skills probably when they are at a younger age compared to boys. Yeah, but that doesn't mean the boys cannot concentrate. I think again, we don't want to compare them too much, like a boy versus a girl, how the girl can do 5 minutes, the boy must work himself up to 5 minutes, etc. So we just want to help the child concentrate for longer and longer than 1 month before, than yesterday. Okay? All right. Love tasty morsels. Thanks for all the suggestions for my questions. It's helpful. Oh, thank you. I wonder who you are. You're Iping? Or no, you're not. You're not Hui Min, right? So you're Iping, right? Okay, Jane Tomato asks, my 4-year-old kid has been very impatient with puzzles and writing and he gets frustrated when he gets correct. Ooh, good question, Jane. Okay, yes. Can I answer you this on Wednesday? Because we'll be talking about the parent then. Okay, and then I think I will give you a presentation, or I'll give you some info and background, and then you can better understand your situation or diagnose your own situation and see whether what some of the things I'm saying are accurate for your situation, and then you can make changes. Okay, so I'll keep your question for Wednesday. Let me take a screenshot in case I forget your question. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hi, Nashira. Hi. Okay, great. Glad that I could help. Yes, so if I will try to get through as many of these questions, but I also want to keep them short. So do submit your questions. If I don't answer them on the IG live seminar, I will definitely write a short email back to you to answer your questions. Okay? So it's 10:50. I don't want to keep you any longer. So I will see you back here tomorrow at 10 p.m. Okay? Yeah, thanks for tonight. It's been a great first session, I think. I hope so. I hope it's been helpful for you guys. Okay, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.